What's up, guys? Killer back here with another Zombie IO video. Today we're going over the heroes. Again, we'll be going over the SS and SSS class of heroes. We'll also be talking about builds and breakdowns of how to evolve and build these characters up and build these characters down. So first thing I want to talk about is we went over the S class, we went over the A class of heroes, we went over the classification of the DPS, the healers, and the tanks. I'll show you some tricks as far as like what's going on with these. So to break a hero down, let me start over. As you can see, these S heroes have like the face of certain people inside of them. It happens to be Dr. J, a Nessus, and it happens to be I'm gonna go with Ishin, Ishin, the samurai. I think it's Ishin. I don't know exactly how to pronounce that. And so he's connected to Robin, right? And but then you see Ishin is connected to Reno, and Reno happens to be the highest one. He's S, and they're chain linked together. So this is a good thing and a bad thing. Well, excuse me, that's what I say. This is a good thing. This is a good thing about this game. So you don't have to build the SS, the SS heroes to the level of Rainbow 4. As you can see, Rainbow 4 happens to be the highest level that you can get to. After you get to Rainbow 4, you're maxed out. But as you can also see that I've got my tank Rainbow 4 and I've got my damage Rainbow 4. I have my healer Rainbow 1, but there is no healer to go with them on the S or the SS side of it. So as of right now, I don't need the healer up to S4. I'm going to get her up there because you get the tokens from the PvP to get another Angie. So once I get another Angie, I'll keep doing Angie, and that's the only one I'm chasing right now. So I need 3 more Angies to finish off my set. Um, let's talk about these guys. So these guys are chain linked to Dr. J is chain linked to Elena, and then as you can see, Robin is chained to Ish, Ishin, yeah, Ishin, and then Reno is chained to Ishin, right? Okay, as you can see, I have them all up. What's the difference between an SS, an S, and an SSSS hero? God, all these S's, right? So clearly this is super, 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 and super, super. So let's start with Dr. J. So Dr. J is one of the guys, he actually puts out these little turrets. So it's kind of cool. He puts out these little turrets. This is level 1. This is level 6. The turrets become white and he puts them out more frequent and they shoot a bigger blast. This is level 7. You get this mech and you have more turrets. So, as you can see, turrets, stand still ability, works pretty good with the destroy armor because as you stand still, he does more damage, right? Okay, let's back out of that. So, the next point is surpassing. So, the surpassing is where they kind of get you as far as like, okay, you guys already got the level up um, from Elena, but now you need to level up this guy. And as you can see, the little 3 flames on the bottom of them. I don't know if they show it there, but the 3 flames on the bottom of them right here, that is where the surpassing comes in. So surpassing 1, Doctor's turrets do 30% more damage. The team gets 5% more attack. Okay, that's 1. So cool, it adds to the turrets. The surpassing 2 says Doctor's ultimate skill gains turrets penetration bullets damage 66%. The team gains 5% HP. So now the ultimate turret, the white one, the one that comes out at level 6, it actually does penetration damage, so it goes through the enemy. All right, now the max surpassing level 3. All right, now Doctor Awakened skill, which is the super mech, can simultaneously summon 2 mechs. So now you get 2 mechs, and these guys shoot missiles out of their back and they shoot at the target. So it's kind of cool. You end up with like about 8 more robots on the board. It works out pretty good. The team gets attack and they get HP. So the bonus of the team is the same on the SS and on the SSS. But as you can see, the surpassing, it changes up. So you get a little bit more stuff by adding up 4 more by having 4 of the doctors. After you have the 4, they're maxed out. You don't have to get them anymore. So this guy is completely maxed out. So that works out good. I do like that about the game. This game does have a cap right now. I know that can always change. It's a gotcha game. It can always change, but right now it has a cap. I do appreciate the cap. Guys, keep that up. I like that. Let's go over to the samurai. I'm gonna call him samurai because I'm butchering his name. I'm gonna go Ishin. I guess it's Ishin. So Ishin, as you can see, so he throws swords. Really, it's kind of weird. So he throws swords instead of like uses a sword. But then, like in his sixth form, he throws swords faster. But then he has like a whirlwind sword. He reminds you of um, the samurai from League of Legends. It's going. I'm drawing blank right now. But he reminds you of that samurai because he has this tornado at the end. Inuyasha. No, that's not right. It's not Inuyasha. Sorry, that's the anime. Anyway, so he kind of reminds you of that guy from League of Legends, and he has the whirlwind at the end, and that kind of makes me think of him too. And like the ultimate ability when he jumps you in the air, and I love that game. But yeah, so you can see where he's throwing swords at blue. He does a full circle, um, and then he does the tornadoes going towards everybody. So once again, he has a surpass. So when you're surpassing skills, uh, warrior sword or damage is 30%. So the swords he throws gets additional 30%. This guy is still right now the highest DPS character in the game. He does the most damage output. He is really a combination of like Drew and Natasha, but he's a little bit better because AoE does a little bit more. He has one more extra things. It's kind of it's kind of Molly-esque, I guess, with the shotgun because of the tornadoes he does. Okay, so at surpassing two, um, ultimate skill full moon slash does 100% more damage. Again, attack 5%, HP 5%. So that little circular win, it actually gets a little bit bigger in the game, and it does a bigger amount of damage, which is cool. I like that too. And I know you guys are like, why aren't you playing the game and showing us these cards in real time? But I'm going to go over them and go over individually and show you once at a time as I'm going through the board so I can show you guys how to defeat each board. Again, I'm on board 92. I know I've just been talking about this game, but this game has a lot of little intricate details. So just a lot of information, not to mention 10-minute videos. I could do an hour, but y'all be bored. All right, next we have Warrior Surpassing 3. So Warrior Surpassing 3 awakens the number of sword storms, which is basically that tornado. So now instead of one, you have three, which is similar to the shotgun. So you start off with that three, but it goes all the way through. It does not stop when it hits the enemy. It goes all the way through, which I do like that. And again, another 5% HP increase at Awaken 3. So that is the Samurai, aka Ishin. Ishin, I'm going with Ishin. I don't know, which is attached to Robin. He's set up as a tank, but he does the most DPS. It's the weirdest thing. Um, the Doctor is set up as DPS. He does DPS, but he can get beat. I can beat him with the Shin all the time. But now for the main event, the Terminator 2, Mr. Reno himself. This is by far my favorite guy. When he comes on the board, I feel safer. I feel safer. I feel safe. He gives me a hug. He's nice. Reno's nice. So Reno the War Machine. Reno does quite a bit of things. We'll probably get into him a little bit more detail than some of the others. So let's go over his skill set. Reno summons 6 aircraft. So these aircrafts, they come down instantly. Now, when those come down instantly, you can run through poison, you can get hit by projectiles, they don't hurt you. Reno is the man. So he is Robin and he has the poison resist. Also, if there's a fire resist, he does. But don't be confused if you get bombed with fire, you cannot walk through the bombs of fire. You can only walk through poisons right now, but if fire is ever on the ground ahead of time, you can run over the fire ahead of time. I don't think that's out in the game yet, but it was mentioned when he first came out on the description. Um, so Reno does these little 6 aircrafts. The 6 aircrafts are lifesaver. Now they are on a cooldown like Robin and Drew, so they do go away at 1. They don't just stay the whole time. So as you see the red beam, the red aircraft, he gets up to like 10 of those things, like this, 12. I think it doubles. So when he gets to the double, it just expands the zone, which is cool, and then you can walk even further, and it does more damage than this. When Reno gets to 6, his Gatling gun turns into like it's like kind of like a laser, like see how it's like shooting kind of laser like that. It becomes a full laser like Natasha, and it just triggers the highest threat. So like for instance, if you're going against a a particular monster that's coming after you or like a boss, it'll stay on them and it has a long range. Like as you can see, it's the full board. So you see the little square that comes out? That comes out in stage 7. That square is also a lifesaver. When that square is out, nothing can come in that square. It's actually like a hexagon or octagon. One, two, three. What's 6 sides? Hexagon. I think it's a hexagon. And so anyway, I think it's hexagon. And so nothing can come in there. It lasts about 20 to 15 seconds. You can stay in there the whole time. It's a safe zone. You feel good. Now let's go talk about Reno a little bit more. Um, so let's go over the surpassing because that's really where it comes into like. So Reno hits only one unit for 100% damage. So when you get that, he's a sniper. He snipes the target and then he moves on to the next one, which is good. Because then you can get onto like a boss or like a sub boss, and then you can finish them off a lot faster with him than you can with some of the others. Ishin will go all over the place. The doctor doesn't focus, and neither does um, Elena. Yeah, Elena or any of the other DPS. Natasha will focus on one when she gets close, so that's why they're kind of similar there. All right, Reno at all levels, laser aircraft laser count is at 2. So now instead of starting with 6, you start with 8 aircraft off the rip, and then I guess it can expand up to 16 because this thing gets crazy when it gets all the way to level when it gets to level 6 and level 7. So and then as you can see, War Machine surpasses level 3. Reno Awakened ability, Absolute Zone triggers uh, intervals reduced to 15 seconds. So it starts off at 20. So now you get a 5 second cooldown, or yeah, from it. So now it's every 15 seconds. That hexagon is going to pop up, and you'll be able to jump into it, and you're good. And it extends another 8 seconds. I think it extends, yeah, duration extends another 8 seconds. So I think it's 12 seconds. It goes to 20. And then again, the attack of 5% and HP of 5% for each one is pretty cool. Let's go. Reno is the man. So let's see. Also, he changes forms. Like, so as you can see, he's in this jacket right now. But like, if you notice, his graphic will change. So like, right now he's in this jacket. When he turns red, they didn't show him. Oh, they didn't do it. But he turns into a Terminator. Yeah, I'll have to show you guys actually in game him turning into a Terminator. So it actually changes forms. Says after entering the battle, unleashes hero energy field to ignore the effect of poison and flames on the ground. So there it is, flames on the ground. I didn't know. I don't think I've seen flames. I've seen poison on the ground. I don't know where flames on the ground comes from. It might be certain bosses. I haven't seen it yet. But the tar effect and the ice effect from the ninja from the world boss, it doesn't change that. You still get slowed and you still get tarred and you slow as well. Um, let's see, yellow. Reno's aircraft fire electric arc attack at the nearby enemies 1 second. So all 6 of them, like you see this picture I got below me. So that's him at stage 7. But that red, that's him attacking that world boss with all of them. So it like kind of like lasers them, and that's why I saved this one to last because there's a lot to talk about the SS heroes. He's pretty sick. All right, at level red, he's awakened to Absolute Zone, which is every 20 seconds, Reno summons the Absolute Zone, prevents enemies from entering, lasts for 6 seconds. So plus the 8, now we're at 14 seconds. I knew I could do math. 14 seconds. So 14 seconds of the Absolute Zone, which is good. Now this is where I talk about the transformation. So when you get Reno to level Rainbow, which is he's at Rainbow 4, as you can see, Mythic, they call it Myth 4. So he's at Myth 4. Um, the battle Reno transforms into X100 form, X100 form, and deals high damage to enemies, causing them to receive an extra 30% damage for 5 seconds. So now he even does like a little extra little burn damage, whatever. He gets going, man. Reno's my favorite hero for sure. Out of all of them, like who would I recommend? Not this lineup, honestly. Dr. J can get on. He's a hit or miss. Like if you get rolling with Dr. J, if you like Dr. J and you're very stagnant in the map, like a smaller map, Dr. J is perfect. Like the map that just goes up and down, not all the way around, like a big square one or instant map. Dr. J is not as good as those. But the small maps, Dr. J is the bomb at. Reno and Ishua, great. if I'm replacing Dr. J, I'm placing them with Robin. Sometimes I do replace them with Elena. Elena was actually my favorite hero prior to me getting Reno. Um, and then if I have to replace for healing, I am replacing with Angie as well. But I need to get Angie up so I don't lose any power when I put her into the game. But yeah, guys, that is the hero diagram. We did not go over creating one. I'm over. I guess I could do this real quick, but it's really not hard. Same as the weapons or the gear. It's Rainbow 4 is the highest. You go from pretty much green, blue, purple, yellow 2, red. Oh, sorry, purple 1, yellow 2, red 3, and then rainbow 4, and that is your max hero. I would break it down, but you guys, maybe I'll just show you what it looks like if I was to reset and see what it says. So there you go. Again, it's a 78 and 9 setup. Maybe I had that number wrong before. So you technically need what is that, 87 items, 87 items for both, for gear and heroes. And that's how you build up your hero. Guys, I'm over again. So once again, thanks again for watching, and I am out. Peace.